Hey, what's up? This your boy Big Man. You already know what it is, man. So let's get right to it. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about NBA Youngboy. We're going to do several updates about NBA Youngboy and his case, his Fed case, and how he got moved to Louisiana. Now, NBA Youngboy has been under a lot of scrutiny lately, as far as the media is concerned, I'll say, because dude is facing a federal charge, man, due to some guns that allegedly popped up in a music video during a music video shoot back in September 2020. Now, the road to this point right here has already been rocky, and it's not looking any better in the future because NBA Youngboy had to go in front of a judge yesterday and put down his plea, man. Now, NBA Youngboy is said to be working with some big-time figures in order to maybe lessen his charge or try to get him the best deal possible. There's a lot of rumors floating around, so I want to cover all those. Also, I want to talk about the situation with NBA Youngboy and Trapboy Freddy. Now, there was a page out there that was flying and saying that it was, representing NBA Youngboy and his team, and it fooled everybody, man. It has like millions of views, and man, we just got to correct something with that. Now, before we get into the specifics, do me a favor. Make sure you hit that like button, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and man, let's get it. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, let's talk about NBA Youngboy and his plea yesterday. So NBA Youngboy and his attorney went in front of the judge and he put in a not guilty plea. Now, according to the news sources out there in Baton Rouge, this is the story. So there's a story and it basically starts off like this. It says, Baton Rouge rapper NBA Youngboy pleads not guilty to federal weapons charges, right? Simple enough. Now, in this update, it says that Kentrell Gaulden, who is NBA Youngboy, entered a not guilty plea on 2 federal weapons charges on Thursday. Gaulden appearing before Magistrate Judge Scott Johnson via video from the St. Martin Parish Jail. Now, let me pause right there. When NBA Youngboy got moved to that jail, I knew immediately. But I was kind of funny about doing a whole video about that. And I seen the mugshot already going around because, I don't know, man. It just felt like a weird spot, like reporting where somebody's going to as far as their jail and stuff like that. But for those of you who don't know, NBA Youngboy is no longer in California. He was moved to Louisiana, and he's at the St. Martin Parish Jail. And basically, it's a holding facility for all federal inmates, and it's still, I think, ran by like the local sheriff's department or something. If I'm not mistaken, that's all the research I did on it. That's what it seemed like. Now let's continue, and it says this. It says that basically NBA Youngboy pleaded not guilty to 1 count of felony of a felon in possession of a firearm and 1 count of possession of an unregistered firearm. So those, man, either one of those charges is a bad look, but the unregistered firearm, both of these carry 10-year sentences. And we're going to get to the news story in a second. The 2 charges stem from a September 2020 arrest in Baton Rouge. A trial date has been set for mid-June. So it looks like mid-June, NBA Youngboy's trial is going to be going, and I'll be covering every little bit of that. It ought to be interesting, especially when we take into account some of the details that we're going to talk about in a little bit. Now, Gaulden is also facing state weapons and drug charges tied to the same arrest. A hearing is scheduled for April 20th. So next week, they're going to be doing another hearing, and the hearing, from what the report said, was rather short. And it looks like at this hearing at April 20th, they're going to be asking them to probably the same thing, innocent or guilty, and you have to actually get the plea yourself, which is interesting, man. Now, it says here, St. Martinville, Baton Rouge-based rapper NBA Youngboy is back in Louisiana after okay, so this is just a recap of the story of him being moved, and it talks about how the U.S. Federal Marshal Service had to move NBA Youngboy from California, from the Los Angeles holding facility to the St. Martin Parish Jail that he's at currently, and how he was denied his bond, which we covered on another story, how NBA Youngboy was denied his bond, and it just ain't looking good for you, dude. Now, what's worse is they're saying they got video evidence. They're saying they have pictures of him, all of him allegedly holding a weapon. So NBA Youngboy went in front of the judge, Scott Johnson or whatnot, and this is basically what he found out today, man. In his short little stay there, they basically told him this, man, and it really wasn't a stay because he talked to the judge through video conferencing, because they're doing video conferencing for all these cases and stuff right now. And basically, it only took 20 minutes, like I said before, and this is what they said. They told him the penalty for his crime, and for the unregistered weapon, for a felon with the weapon, it's a $250,000 fine and 10 years maximum sentence. Then he has the unregistered weapon charge, which is a 10-year maximum sentence, and it carries a $10,000 fine. Now, the fines ain't the problem. The time is the problem. And that's why everybody is wondering if he can get in a situation where he does as little time as possible. Now, some news kicked off today, and it was interesting to say the least. Now, in the news story that's going around social media, they're saying that Gucci Mane's famed attorney, who's been the attorney for a lot of different rappers or hip-hop artists in the game, is going to be NBA Youngboy's attorney going forward. Now, the attorney's name is Drew Findling, I want to say is how you pronounce it. And this Drew Findling guy, I mean, he's pretty much a who's who of, of attorneys when it comes to artists who have gotten in trouble. He's defended Gucci Mane, he's defended Offset, Cardi B, 2 Chainz, any Atlanta rapper you could think of who is hot, he's pretty much the dude to call. And it seems like he does a real good job. Now, I was looking over a story that he did with the New York Times, and in the story it says Atlanta's # billion-dollar lawyer is looking out for your favorite rappers. And basically, you see a picture with him and Offset sitting in the room or whatnot, and it says this: Drew Findling, right, a criminal defense lawyer, has become an indispensable fixture in the world of Atlanta rap. It means a lot when you have someone who genuinely cares, said one of his clients, Offset from the Migos. So this Drew Findling dude, he's 58 years old. He categorizes himself as a cool dad. I don't know what that is or if that has any importance, but he's definitely known as being somewhat of a mythical figure as far as the legal system is concerned there. And he also considers himself a witch doctor and a magician. A good in the streets, he also listed himself. He says he's the illest. Now, to be honest, hopefully all of that translates to something good for NBA Youngboy in his trial, if this news is true. But a lot of news and a lot of news outlets on social media are running with this story. So we'll see if it comes to fruition, and that's really his attorney going forward. So that could be some good news for him, especially if this dude is as good as they say he is, and he has those same type of connections and can do those type of things in Louisiana, because what he did for Gucci Mane was in Georgia, but it was around the same type of thing, man. It was a gun charge. It was almost the same case. It was a gun charge and it was federal. So, and Gucci Mane eventually came home, just not as early as some people would have thought. But with NBA Youngboy being so young, the sooner the better, because the hip hop game is quick to forget, even though he's got a real tight grip on the rap game right now. Now, also, there was a story that even I jumped on, man, and it was about Trapboy Freddy. And I'd be remiss if I don't go back on this. It was saying that Trapboy Freddy had pretty much, crossed the line and had upset NBA Youngboy's team. Well, come to find out, that page that was posted on Trapboy Freddy's page on his underneath his video for the song Track Star, where he allegedly disses Mo3 or whatnot, is actually not his official page. Even with all the followers that it has, with all the million views and stuff, it is not his official page, and that is not officially NBA Youngboy's team. So there is really no proof that there's any type of situation, Plex, or any type of funk between NBA Youngboy's team and Trapboy Freddy. I had to make sure I jumped on that immediately. Now, what do you guys think about these new developments in the NBA Youngboy case? Do you feel that maybe he'll have some type of room to get out of this with a lighter charge, even though it does seem like he's had lighter charges in the past? Or do you feel like, man, his goose is cooked? Now, with that, this has been your boy, Big Man. Please hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe button. And make sure you hit that notification bell so that way you get a notification every time I drop this hot content. And we out of here. Peace.